100% we can do it.
Okay.
Berlin, are you still with us?
Would be funny to see
Gotta make sure.
think they
gotta
are.
make sure.
how
They're
far you
ready
could
for
coach
this
someone
one.
from
We
Iron.
are gonna be
No, I
looking
was thinking that as well,
at that
because
aggressive position from
I
Easy,
feel like
looking
you could
to
have
get
good
up in the
progression,
face of
even
the
in
opponent.
like
As said,
even like a
this
month.
defensive side needs to be
100%.
disrupted.
I
You've got
think
a Neon and a Yoru.
the progression usually
looking
goes
for a
like
pick,
from 0 to
maybe an attempt to
80%
get
really
out of there.
quickly. So like the first month is
Doesn't look
probably
like
like
that's an
the most
option.
efficient.
He's just gonna have to try and stick around. He's
Yeah,
been
no, I
cleared
agree.
eventually, and well.
Okay,
it's gonna
T1
be a
on
one and
defense,
done.
C9 on attack.
Oh,
Nice
he was
start to
caught
the
by
game.
surprise, but still able to get the one across the line. Better than it could have been. A lot of presence, though, from C9. The B side is wide open for business. Stack's going to rely on a quick recon to bridge the gap, give them a kill or two, but it's avoided. And a step out from Rossi is gorgeous. All down to
Rossi's
Sylvan.
actually a
He
fragger.
impressed us on the previous map, but this
He's
would blow
really,
us
really
away.
good.
I'd love him to look the other way when he plants, but we'll let him have it.
Pulling out that sheriff and just landing two crazy shots. He's been so good in these pistol rounds.
Oh god, see, that's why I'm looking the other way, because now you got to play on
3
sight.
kills in a blink of an eye, and now it comes down to the 1v1. He had his moments in that first map, was a superstar, but clearing out Zephyr is not going to be easy, and thankfully for C9,
I got
there was
close.
a safe pair of hands
Yeah.
to make sure that
Scary.
didn't get out of control.
I don't think I can take much more of that.
Dude, Imi's just there
calm it
sweating.
down. C9.
No, let's slow it down. I want to see that again.
It was nice on the first, the read on the second, and right back to the same
Oh,
angle.
lovely shots.
I think most players wouldn't even have the sensitivity to do that.
No.
Either that or he's just broken his wrist.
My wrist hurts looking at that. What a phenomenal play. And yeah, well, I said if
right,
he wins,
we
it,
get
even just
some
that attempt,
stars
that blew me away.
on
Phenomenal.
Astra,
Yeah,
and we
1-0
get a
for C9
sheriff
nonetheless.
on
They found the
Yoru.
pistol, and the impact
And then in terms of
of
C9,
Sylvan's play will not be
I mean,
felt.
they kind of allowed
Perhaps the ultimate
3
orders.
deaths. In an
That's
ideal
about it.
world, only
Vic,
1. Obviously
he's ready.
none, but
He's spotting the walk up. Although we've seen
oh, dude,
Easy
it's going to
tuck
get
into
weird.
the corner already.
Oh, this is going to get really weird.
That he wants to take
I mean, they
advantage
check
of
him,
these nasty
because everyone
little
goes this
spots.
pathway.
And it's no different here in round number 2.
Can he get one and
A killer
TP
two
out?
would be huge,
Oi,
but
no,
he is
single one.
immediately checked.
I was about to say, yeah, doing that in back-to-back rounds.
I mean, he
sure,
was
it's a
aiming there,
different spot.
Sefa.
Yeah, no, that's what
C9
that's
already
what was
aware.
mad about
They
that.
are definitely going to be
I thought for
checking
sure he's
every
getting
single
one.
aggressive spot. And okay, he'll waste some time going forward, and maybe if he's quicker on the trigger, he can get out of there with Yoru utility, but I feel like it's been made very clear what's going to be coming out from him. Not a bad start, though. A couple of kills coming off the back of the classics. This was a
Pretty
minor
decent
investment.
damage.
You need to
for
get
the
the
side
Kev
of
on
T1.
someone more.
Anything more would
Okay.
be
Yeah, it's
truly
not
worrying,
good.
but
It's a really good
Yeah.
eco.
In the end-
Anti-eco, sorry.
As long as Vic
they are
picks
gonna
up a
end
gun.
retrieving
There we
Yeah.
go.
those remaining
Yeah.
rifles.
They keep the main 2 of the
Basically, I'll goodbye.
rifles. They lost a stinger, that was it.
Yep.
This is where the going should get a
Hey,
little bit tougher.
It's going to be a nice bonus for
for the side of
C9.
Cloud9. You're going to have the rifles across
And
the board.
Moose as well. Oh, I like this
Oxy's
as
got a
well.
Bucky,
Oxy gets a
which, I'll be
Bucky.
honest,
So in for this.
That's what you
Is it
really
picking
need
up
to
a
know in
B-rush?
the round. Like, we've
Yeah, I
seen
think so.
so
Get him
many
back to sight.
audacious, ridiculous
Grab the
plays
orb on Sova
with
here.
this gun.
Execute B.
In fact,
Wait, he's thrown it
now
over to
giving it
Rossi.
Rossi is the
Rossi's
type
going
of
to have
teammate
the
you want.
Bucky.
He's
It
just
makes
gone,
sense though,
"Hey,
especially at the
you
beginning. They
take
can
my
switch
rifle
later if
while
they want to,
playing
if they get a
Neon,
chance to.
and
This
I'll
bait
take
is
your
pretty
Bucky."
cool.
Oh, yeah,
What a shot.
I'll take my rifle back.
He'll have that one.
TP.
Or he'll
Oh,
have
he
a
got hit by the
chance
knife. He's
to if
stuck.
They can take Isu out of the
Oh.
equation. Done a good
Yes,
job
nice.
of
Commit to one of the
that.
duos.
Tagged up on the cross as well. Good damage dished out by C9 early
Yeah,
on.
Rossi picks up orb,
The
like
options for Buzz to
Bonkar
leave
said.
this
We get
position
the
would be
orb.
limited, although there's stars coming back
And
online.
Buzz goes into the corner with
So
low
now has one
HP.
to play with,
I'm a
but
fan of this,
precarious
especially if we get
position
some
to be
kind of
pushed up
bait. And at the
behind.
moment, it's a higher,
T1
lower
have them
bait.
boxed in.
No
Drone's gonna
one's
help
looking
as
for
well.
dark
It's coming
now.
to be. The drone will only further confirm it. And at this point, all they have to do is sit and wait.
Oh, boy.
If they go back on the C9 side,
Does
they try to take
Stack
it to A,
shoot it for him?
and Sylvan's going to spot that immediately. A 3-man hold, and they're
Yes.
walking right into it.
Oh my.
Oh, they've
It's on.
shot the dart.
Might
for
be on.
Buzz, but he still ended up being revealed anyway. A cleanup with Meteor remaining on the site. He wasn't
Why did he try to
necessarily
run
the
out of
danger
there?
I'm not
man that
sure.
we're used to seeing.
It was
Try and
perfect.
Run it all the way back. Now the player holding off on the cross is gone. But Sylvan is definitely going to hear these steps. He might even be able to get there on time. He's hearing absolutely
They
everything.
got
The trip being
aggro
spotted.
Cam.
Can he take
Oh,
one with him?
Cam
No.
tagged him.
Vic's going to bypass. It does allow Meteor to
But now in the
hightail it
time,
the
we got a
entire
alarm
way
bot.
to
The
the other
molly's
side of the
just
site,
going to
and he
miss
still
the
has some
area, though.
utility to delay them a
Joe.
little more. Landing the shot on the play with the spike
Wait,
could be
that's
enough.
nice. Nothing to stop
They're
this
just
plant.
about
No
gonna
Astro
get that
Sack.
plant in.
Silva has to fight his way through, and the spike's already planted.
nicely
That
done
means
from
there's a
C9.
firing
Damn.
squad awaiting
If the
a
recon gets
high-low
shot on
setup
site, they
that puts
save their
C9
cam to
back
check it
winning
as well.
ways.
That's kind of
This is
sick.
the same squad that we saw up
Yeah, that's
against
very
G2. Strong
I
starts
wonder if it's just a
in the
bonus
early
thing
half.
now
Remember,
because
last map,
they were
even
5
picking
men
up a pistol
B.
wasn't enough with
Yeah,
an
yeah,
immediate
normally
answer
it's
for
not
T1,
gonna be there.
and that could have been the
Yeah.
difference maker in a game
Yeah,
that's
the cam deep.
13-10. Now, C9 have that same win back in their.
Oh, for God's sake. Can I do this to me?
One light investment.
Are you on Iceland right now?
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly what
It's
I
better
wanted to
than
say.
England's
Beautiful call.
internet, so
It's a super
can't
late
complain
round
too
switch
much.
up from Rossi. To go, okay,
I mean,
let's now
Iceland
go
is a
all the way to the
fantastic
back.
country,
30
yeah.
seconds
Yeah,
left.
it's actually
It's
sick.
a risk again, but you
They
can
have like
see
the best
faith
air in the
this
world,
team
the
currently
best
has in
water.
their own
Dude, the
gameplay.
water's
Again,
legit.
a guy who has just joined this roster, they are fully behind him.
Oh, nice shot by Oxy. Last round, there was only a
Oh
couple
my
seconds left when
God.
the spike went down. They're not
Well,
looking to keep that
what's the
same
next
pace
map?
here.
Bind?
Straight into the B site, and the plan secured with a 5v1, and the one has a stinger.
I feel like the
Nothing
C9
to
comp
be
is just
found
better
by
also
T1.
with the
Indeed,
KO.
the threat's minimal.
The
Yeah,
knife
yeah.
is just
put
so
a
good on
familiar
this
The
map.
KO is so
4-0
nice
lead
in this
on the
map.
board.
Yeah, pace change. Again, the expectation is there will be aggression.
Molotov half the plant. Ult to snowball with.
This is just,
That's crazy.
it's so difficult to land the shots on the Neon. This is the thing that people sort of love and despise about this agent.
What do you think they're
The
gonna do
movement
to
you're
Neon
able to get
with the
away
nerf?
with. And that's the thing, starting out on this
I
attack
hope
side,
they own
it was always
her.
gonna be
So,
difficult.
personally,
You're running
I
up
would
against that double
just
duelist.
revert it and bring back old Neon with double stun. But I think they take away... Honestly, I don't think they take away a slide. I think they take away a good amount of the moving accuracy, and I think they nerf the ult. But I would be fine with like taking away a slide.
He's already being wrapped on. Luckily,
Yeah.
Sylvan has his back.
I think
Solid
making
work.
the slide
But the damage has
slower
been done.
also.
Izu
And
down
like
to
maybe
5,
her
that
movements
off
get
now.
slower
One hit to
when she
most
runs.
weapons.
She's
A
too
very
fast.
late
Yeah,
load coming
I
up
think that's
well.
fair.
This
She's
has been
really
the
fast.
13
It's
of
a strong
the clock, but
passive.
with how quickly they've
Yeah.
taken full control of the site.
It's also the value it
T1
brings
are
when it
looking to push past
regens
that
the
cosmic
run
divide
on
and take
defense
the
for
space.
rotations all the
that has to
time.
be done
Yeah,
is to hold
it
the
messes
line.
up so much
Buy
stuff.
time for Moose
Yeah.
to wrap all the way around just now, making it into heaven. Rossi, Vic
I
doing
think the
their
regen
best,
they
and
bring
bought
back to
enough
how it
time.
used to be.
Moose has now come onto the scene, and the 5 HP operator has to swing into Moose, holding the angle. Gate crash across. He doesn't know if it's a fake or not.
Oh,
The
man, Moose
information
played that
found with
so
the hat
well.
off the head, just one bullet
Moose
needed,
played
and
that
it's landed
crazy
through
well.
the
That
cage.
was awesome from him.
Another round for
heard
C9.
me.
They hold strong
Yeah.
as these early aggressive stances are working wonders.
I like it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I was trying to work out like Riot, because Riot never do what I think they're gonna do now. Wise, but it does like they always go for duration of stuff. So the ult's gonna be less duration. It will do less damage. It got. I think you might be right with the sliding thing. It's like slower, or it doesn't go as far, or it's not accurate. Just at the beginning or
The
something.
problem with the slide is that it's so fast, so you can't hit her. If the slide is just slower, then
they're stressing about what they're gonna do to try and
it's
change.
a nice
There's
niche to
reactions.
the agents.
Zeppa on the
Yeah,
end of
yeah.
the line, though. Rossi's
When they
leading
changed
the
Neon,
stretches,
they made
and
the
then he's just
stuns
kicking
instant
back.
as well. Yeah, they used to be delayed, I think, the stuns.
Yeah, they're so fast
Well,
now.
a
Yeah,
timeout
I think that's a
called
thing that maybe
by
they should
T1
revert also, because the
after a
insta stance is like
successful first
the
map
problem
with
is the kit
very
with her. She
strong
stuns,
starts to
slides
each
in, and
half.
it's like you don't even have a chance.
We now
Yeah,
see them
no, I
If they
agree.
just delay the
5-0
stun, so you
down.
can run
It's
out
T1
of them
that have
again,
to climb
then
back
it,
and
Yeah,
it
it
enables
avoid the
counterplay
deja
at least.
vu of
Like, you
last
can
time
never-
they
you
played
can never
this map
dodge
as
it.
well, where
Yeah.
they faced the same kind of domination on the other side.
It's difficult for them as well. Like a lot of the time so far, we've seen these hits towards the B site, and then if there's resistance, late switch up. The problem is they haven't had a lot of utility really to delay them. It's been Izu who's been the point of contact almost every single time, and there's been so much just forcing him into awkward
Alright, with the
positions, be it
timeout,
just Oxy taking
they
space back,
don't
look
have
at him,
much of
two and
a
four down the
bias.
board.
Maybe
He's
give
just
them
been
an idea
annoying.
for the
Like, he's
eco. We
taken
have a
ground,
flash
and
through the
then
window, and
someone
we're
else has been
absolutely
able to get
sending
an
it.
opener for it.
Ooh, the
And then in the
recon
late round,
behind.
they've been Sublime.
That's nice.
Here he goes again, straight off the bat, forcing them off positions, taking space towards this A side. The rest of the team very far behind.
Dude, that was sick from him.
With this man, even gonna meet his
Yeah, I like the decision making to double back
It's
on
a little
himself
bit
once he was spotted.
style for Buzz, but is there more behind it? Okay.
Oh, okay.
They've gotten a kill with the nano. Meteor goes down to Zeppin.
Oh.
Was holding strong till Buzz
Yeah, I
stepped
don't
up.
know about these anti-ecos she's rushing.
Yeah, dude, they never like feel up
anything.
anything.
Yeah.
It's just set strats. I hate it.
For the first time here on Pearl, T1 are putting a round on the
Nice
board
round from
against
T1 though. They'll take that.
5-1.
Double guns picked up on
And
this,
it
so a
is
little bit better
Buzz,
for the
the
money, and
hero
they start to
that
get
steps up to
ults.
the
It
plate,
could
more
very
than
much be
doubling
on.
his kills in that round. It's good to see him back on the board. This is what we were expecting, but
How many do you
maybe
think
not
you need
to
on
start
defense
out the
per?
kill streak
Honestly,
with a
4.
Bucky.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
the thing.
I think it's super comp dependent, but
Aggression.
I think like
And
4
rightly
I'm pretty
so
alright with.
from Oxy, but it was just the fact that ended up giving the ult over. Buzz pops it, and from that point on,
Such a hard map to play on defense.
I didn't think we'd seen a Buzz ult yet.
Yeah, it is, but they do have the Euro and the Neon, so they have fast
Round
rotations,
3 at the
but
first one.
It took him a bit of
Yeah.
time, but
I don't know, but they also
it
lose
was
the
in play.
knife and
It's
these things, so
fantastic. The question now, though,
they lose a lot of info.
is this the start?
I think these days on defense, I
Bringing this
would
half back.
focus way more on A
Or is this
main
gonna
all the
be
time.
straight back
I
to
think having A
C9
main
taking
is
control?
incredibly
Now,
strong.
bear in mind, the expectation
Yeah.
on this map is normally to see a decent attack side.
But then there's an enemy Neon running you down,
There
so
goes Oxy
Yeah,
again.
all your
Great
timing's
dart.
gone.
yeah.
Work
You
by
might have the
Ross.
perfect
Get that dart
take,
into position
but
to trade out
someone
his
slid
teammate
through
as
and
well.
beat all the
As
Ito.
Buzz goes down,
Yeah.
and the numbers stay in C9's hands. Plan secured. The 4 versus 2.
Hard decision for
Mizu has the ult,
T1
but it's not likely to be used.
because we got
The man
1,
looking for
2
impact to Stacks.
that can't buy, and we got 2
Finds a
guns
kill
here
or
if they
2 perhaps.
save.
They can throw a bit more at this round. But it is not looking likely. Post-plant utility, a plenty, Astra Star waiting.
And we got to keep
for
an
the
eye
tap
on
to
Moose
come through,
again,
and they
dude.
don't even
He's
use it
lurking
initially. Late round
everywhere.
lurk as well by Moose. C9
Ooh.
are guaranteeing
Okay.
that they win this round, playing the numbers,
Okay.
playing
Blocked
the
it,
odds.
they blocked
Okay.
it. They blocked it. They're trying to take it all the
Yeah,
way.
they-
Just in time.
And
Swing
then Moose
comes
was
in.
ready for the TP.
Plenty
It
of
was a
players
nice
left
try in
to
the
clean that up,
2v4 though, I'll give it
and
to him.
Moose was happy to see
Pretty
Izu
costly in the
TPing
end.
right into him.
2 people that can't buy.
Thank God someone was
Stacks.
counting. Because that's the
This-
thing.
they can get
a lot of the time,
3,
we see it even
2
on the
guns
previous
really,
map
3
where
guns.
you have that Gravo, you just have the thought in your head like, okay, that's safe. I don't need to swing, I don't need to take a risk. But I think it was just the silence. The fact that for too long there was
No
no
swings.
utility, no moves,
I
no
think the
fight.
recon was on the way, right? So that's sort of the logic, but they got spooked, thankfully.
But it is another round on the board for C9. A defeat in the last map, a surprise
Yeah,
pick,
the classic win one,
to
lose
say the
one.
least, for T1 that they just about get over the line. Now, though, it's been a dominant start to this map. And everybody's been performing as well. As I said, like Oxy on the board might not like he's doing the best, but he's done his job, and then everybody else has been there to clean up the mess. Moose
Do you actually like this
back
map?
on his Sentinel has been fantastic in the late round.
Uh,
Here now, though. Well, it's
right
not
now
the
I do, yeah,
operator that
because
we've
it's
seen.
fresh. It hasn't been in for such a long time, so I like it just because it's
Got that
something new.
Marshall.
Again, fresh. I remember though when it was in the map pool originally, I got
The tag onto Oxy.
kinda
The
tired of it
headshot
because,
for
but that
Rossi.
was also like the old
now-
B.
Yeah, B was
post
really
plan
busted.
thing, but
Danger brewing for that attacking side.
I think it's fine.
Somehow
I don't mind the map.
considering that to be Buzz with a Bucky.
And it's
Is
also, you
backing
can
off,
play
though,
some
and
different
conceding
comps on
the
it.
space, and there's not really a fight.
It's
that
kind of
T1
open. You can play the
want to
Cypher,
take
you
at
can
the
play the
moment, except
Killjoy.
For that Marshall
Yoru
swinging
Neon
out,
Jet.
Another tag. Zeppa and Oxy
Yeah.
very low.
This is
I don't
now
know if you
very
can play Viper
scary
anymore, but I
indeed.
guess so.
Stacks falls
Yeah,
out.
I-
Izu's
I'm-
managed to
I'm
get
for
one of the
it.
classic.
agree.
The flash through is going to
Kinda-
delay
I
even
kinda like
further,
it.
and they're starting
I
to
think
run out of
they
time.
fixed an
Oxy
okay
needs
amount.
to get
It's
something
still a
in
little bit
fact,
busted
he
on B,
falls.
but
Yeah.
Still
dude,
yet to
C9
get that
just always
planted,
gonna
and
get
the
ecoed.
fact is Moose is alone. Vic is still very far away. In fact,
Yeah,
by
I
the
don't know.
time he gets here, the clock may already be gone, and with the Cosmic Divide fading,
This
he
was more
manages
down to
another,
Nicho
but
being
he's
a
still
beast with
surrounded. Spike on the deck for
Marshall
Vic.
though.
I honestly saved the gun. I don't think there's any way he manages to win this. Maybe he can deny them picking up some of the guns.
So also their own Aster is working
There's
against
one
them
at
there.
least.
Yeah, give him
like
so
you
much space
said,
to work with,
there's
right?
no
And then they got a
take
plant, and then
around,
some of
the
them are
thrifty
low, and you got
secured,
double shock dart
And
here.
only one player to carry
Like,
forward a
versus
weapon.
Yoru
Decent
pop
damage
flashes as
from
well.
Vic.
Yeah.
Good housekeeping. It's 6-2. T1 second round now in the last 3 as well. They've been finding their footing.
But that was all Meteor. Like, that's the thing. When you look back to the Gen G roster of last year, when we came into the year, and I know there's going to be people who look at how Texture played and go, oh, this is a stupid comment. But going into that roster at the beginning of the year, we didn't know if Meteor would be the duelist or if Texture would, because they are both phenomenal duelist players. It just so happens that Meteor's also very good at playing the Sentinel. Funnily enough, so is Texture, but it means that you give him a sniper and he can still win you rounds, even if he doesn't necessarily have the kit to back him up.
Especially when you invest into Sheriffs alongside it. Just that one tag makes it so valuable. You saw it, Oxy emerging from a...
They got so many ults, they can actually get an okay number here.
Just one shot to the body from that Sheriff.
4 ults.
All that was needed.
They got the op, early info over towards B. They got Killjoy that they can react to if this alarm bot goes off here. Ooh, I don't know if you want to do it anymore. Dude, I see a lot of Ashtars playing art like this. I don't love that.
It's rough versus Neon here, because that's what I said. It's like an insta-stun dash and you're dead.
Yeah.
There's no counterplay to it.
Jet's always enjoyable, but
the alarm bot doesn't even do
Neon just
anything.
hits that little bit different.
Yeah, you get info as they slide into one tap of you.
Yeah. Done well. Dropped it on the deck.
It's almost like a notification of 1 hit, 1 second until you die.
Yeah, yeah. You're actually about to get wrecked.
Yeah.
Some nice shots on the side though.
It's even a lockdown, but Meteor decided not to use it. Buzz has almost secured the round, and with Meteor's help, it seems to be in their pockets.
Hey, that was a
round to win.
clean rounds. Money's kind of low. 4 people surviving. Server ult was lovely. Shots were lovely.
For a future round. This is a resurgence from T1. Now 3 out of the last 4 rounds, and C9 have got to be feeling.
They didn't really panic with ults as well, right? Just one committed.
And instead, they have stalled out, calling a timeout here to ensure that this is where the win streak of their opponent ends.
Maybe timeout for Cloud9.
Like going on
I don't know
attack,
if they had the equal or not.
If this ends up as like a 7-5, I think T1 will be
I think their money's okay, right?
To try and bring that one back.
They had a... Actually, kind of some of the rounds have been close.
You just can't allow that. Especially with the way that they're getting the openers. It was mainly just the disruption caused by that Hunter's Fury. Stacks being able to not only get a kill and drop the spike, which I think that was
I'm gonna send you something. I showed it to G2, so
it's not that Buzz is just sitting there doing nothing. Like,
yeah, check out this. It took me like an hour.
Constantly moving and taking brawls, and it just means that those players are trying to dance with death.
Muted though, it's too cringy. It's for when it's for the coach today and stuff.
Maximizing oxygen intake. That's what Stacks was up to there. 6.
Like with stuff like that, I feel like the B hits
damning scoreline for T1 anymore. This was looking to be a pretty rough start.
The little wall thing is
exactly as many rounds as they got.
Yeah, it's nice, right?
Coming in with momentum behind them. Sure, Meteor's got the lockdown as we mentioned. That may even just keep Rossi's Hunter's Fury.
How much do you guys have in your coach potato thing? The Patreon.
About 200 subs, I think, roughly.
No, not subs. Like how many things, like per map, and like things. Like how packed is it?
3, 4 for each maps. I would say 3.
We'll see if this is going to be
is it like different comps?
Yeah, different comps. It's actually pretty good. Min is good with my macro. I feel like I'm pretty good with like min maxing micro stuff.
And last time. There we go. That's the wall I was looking for. To give them that extra little bit of space, and straight away Oxy capitalizes.
I mean, that's very cool. Especially the wall thing. The wall thing is actually big.
Wall thing's giant, right? Yeah, dude.
Yeah, massive.
I did it once by mistake, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I've never seen that. Never even thought of it.
Yeah, it's sick.
Give up the space on the site. This will allow T1 to get back in.
She can definitely be played on.
Can they find anything off the back of it?
Oh, and another
they got it half, insta tap.
You
kind of hear it from the people in elbow. Oh my goodness.
Flank around from Zeppi, here's it,
weird.
knowing that it's half now, stun comes in and Zeppa runs to stop the defuse if it was underway. Luckily, in the chaos, the kills tip back and forth, but with C9's advantage, it's another round on the board for Rossi. Another clutch and a 7-3 scoreline as the lead extends for C9.
That's the thing, T1 have been very close a couple of times to making that work while blocking the gravity well. It seems something that maybe C9 are aware of, but that got so dangerously close. The good thing is the grav well also makes you
see a lot of teams using your thing from the coach potato?
Yeah, sometimes. I definitely know the teams that are there. Like
and they knew obviously
Heretics
Zephyr
used
will make it
used
there
stuff
in
a couple of
time
our things, and then
after
people
the
like stole
Hunter's
it from
Fury
Heretics and it carried on going.
to clean up,
Yeah.
or at
There's
least
like
challenge that diffuser
there was a
yet again.
Lotus Viper Molly
It was
from like
again
B that
narrow
went
margin,
front
but
A.
C9 have been
People started
content to
using a
play
lot.
with time.
It's only micro stuff.
Got
It's
the
never like
readings
the big
down.
stuff.
Now drone used
Yeah,
on
yeah,
mid. You
of
can
course.
see that the attackers are wary.
see
T1
mostly
might have
tier
went
1
for
teams
something
or
a bit
tier 2
more
teams?
aggressive.
More
And Izu could be sitting around here,
honestly, some tier
opt
2
in
teams do
and
it,
looking to
but
take
I
someone
think it's
down,
like
and
more
he
tier 1
is.
teams just look at some
He
of the
won't be
micro
looking
stuff.
the right way. Oxy
Yeah.
made it out of mid alive and unscathed. Sets up for this A take. And they don't quite know how many players are waiting on this side of the map. And just for a second, Stack started to go
All right,
towards
food
B.
is done. Let's go.
Now they've got a
Lovely.
sense that it's A. He'll stick around.
Polished off
3
60
players
nuggets,
stacked
that's
up
crazy.
and ready, but look at the map.
16, 32.
C9
They're free.
shifting in the other direction.
Okay.
Can go for the big pack every time.
Doors. Back to
I'm
the
getting
line.
used to the American size as well, you know, so I
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
stretch out my
As a
stomach.
That's
best
actually
of
true.
times,
Yeah.
he's been caught.
Every time I think of a number, it's just
This
multiplied
one
by 2,
works
you know,
out.
like have to.
Immediately out of there, trying to hunt him down, but he's already dissipated, gone, and joining up with Buzz. It is a terrifying duo to try and hold on to this site. Straight away, though, Buzz clears that position already. Kills off Oxy, who is going to cause them issues. And they're starting
What
to
a
run out
shot.
of time. They still need
Yeah.
to clear these players from the backlines, but Rossi's done well. Taking down another.
15
The spray
seconds.
as well doesn't
Really
land
hard to
with
plant
Vic
with the Yori
getting
being
one more
here.
kill, but they still have to get that defusal. They still have
Yeah.
to deal with Izu in the backlines. And
Okay.
finally that
It's
plant
a
goes
very
down.
good insta-reaction from Cloud9, but
Yeah,
the problem
no,
is it's
Blowing
planted
speed
on the
on
wrong
Zeppa.
side.
This is
He's
impressive
barely able to
from
escape
Rossi.
that fight, looking instead for the operator.
This shot is
One
always
hit
so wrecked.
regardless,
Oh,
but
look at
Izu
his
lands
timing.
it 3-piece for T1. We've seen this before, but Rossi in a
Okay, now
clutch.
they know
Which
he's
one will outweigh the other? Gate crash all the way to elbow.
What a
Rossi knows
nightmare.
they could be anywhere, surrounded in his head, fighting his demons as T1 just
Yeah,
wait
Use the
him
gun?
out and
Yeah, okay.
eventually find him down below. Another round for the defensive side, closing the gap. And 7-5 still possible.
Yeah, dude,
we
5
come
would be
into the
incredible
final
considering what was
round of
going
the
on
half.
early.
That was a really good round from Izu. I think a lot safer in the
Let's
back.
see if they
since
get
he was
5.
taking- I know
That
he's
would be
in the
big.
early
They were
rounds, a
down
lot
how
of what he was
much?
doing was just playing an angle with
5
no way
0
out.
Maybe
This
maybe
time
even
it's
6,
the
right?
opposite.
Maybe got to
Get
6
that
0 then
information,
6 1.
but also get
Yeah.
the
I'm trying to
opening pick,
remember.
reposition.
I think it
Get
was
another
5, then
pick,
it's 5-1, then it's
reposition. He was
6-1.
constantly moving
Then they got
around the
reset,
map,
yeah,
and it
6-1.
Yeah,
it
5,
left Rossi second
5-1,
guessing at the end.
6-1,
Like, I
yeah.
don't know if this guy stuck the TP, faked it. He's still coming behind me, so there's only one place I can
Astros.
sit that's safe, and it wasn't as safe as he thought.
Well, they had all the info. Unless he was running away from the site, which would have been a questionable play at that point. 1 round left to play for in this half. T1's defense is certainly warmed up. It was a very slow start. But they're hot on the heels of Cloud9, flying high in these last couple rounds. Aggression from Izu could carry them forward.
Okay,
C9 are
pressure
on
over
the way.
towards A, question
They're in
mark
the spawn.
created.
They're not looking to doors
The last time they
anymore.
had
They're
that
not
Astro,
looking
they
for
ended
that
over
mid-play
towards B,
conscious of
so
the
it might be
impact
something
Izu was
similar,
able to
but
find last time.
Izo's here.
Instead,
They might get pretty good timing because his TP runs out soon. I
towards
don't
B
know.
long, it's
They might
straight
catch
into
him
the
like
operator. Gate
mid.
crash
Oh
we
no,
just
there
saw
we go.
put down by
They say they might
Izu.
catch him
He's got
midway
an escape
doing
route.
this next
That means he's going
TP.
to be sticking around. And if they don't use utility to clear, they'll walk right into this
Big
operator.
smoke.
The smoke fades,
A
and
good little
Izu
jump peek.
not landing the shot,
But
but
now
uses
what?
the gate crash
Insta
for a
reswing?
second chance. A second shot at these, maybe even a third.
Oh, he's stuck in the corner. In fact,
I mean, he's
taking
just
a lot
tanked
of
it.
Getting
damage.
Omega
Holy, just tanked it the whole
Not been able to
time.
find anything. Stacks at least. We'll be able to get
He looked
one.
lost in the
The
sauce,
old
man.
Fox from Buzz trying to basically do this on his own. He's left out on his own, but
What is
there's
happening in these
Sylvan.
fights? It's so
Just
messy.
ran
Yeah,
through
it's
that
just
cosmic
mayhem.
divide. Moose's backstab could be everything, but they are watching for it. They
Oh,
are ready for it. Doesn't even matter.
that is a
He's
shot.
still going to manage to land the shot onto Meteor. And even repositions
Sylvan.
through his own cage.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Sylvan,
should
though,
have him, but
the
I didn't
hero
wanna
of this
finish the
round,
sentence.
waiting patiently, and Vic started this with a pistol, still has a pistol.
15
Unfortunately,
seconds,
just
gotta
has no
absolutely
time.
send it.
Yeah,
One
I mean,
smoke
it's
to
time just
isolate
run
a
in and
jewel.
die. A crazy play, and if it works out, be written
Yeah,
into
love
the
that,
history
though.
books. Unfortunately, it's
Amazing
another
comeback for
kill
T1.
for
Yeah.
They're
Sylvan.
gonna be so confident
Impressive.
after
7-5
that.
half
Yeah.
now locked in for T1.
Pistol
it really
here, though.
didn't feel like this was their map. The history not fantastic, but now looking at that score
What do you think of the
line,
teams
looking
throughout
at
the tournament
last
so far?
5 rounds even, and so
Um,
many of them going to T1. It feels
I
like
don't want
Good
to
and bad.
judge. Yeah, I don't want to
know if the
judge
crowd
like
would agree.
Fnatic
Let's
too
check.
much
You still
because
believe in
standing.
T1?
Yeah, I mean,
Heretics.
they're gonna be fine when Leo's back.
Or maybe you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
have a little bit
Heretics
more
sick.
faith in Cloud9. Oh, I think they do. They're with the
Vex's
favorites.
Haven annoyed me a little bit.
I yeah, slightly
Who's
in the
Haven?
way of
focuses.
Interesting.
Oh.
I think now T1
Dude, you
was-
play
I was
best of one
watching-
versus Fnatic.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Haven, it's like, okay.
I was watching it like, come on, guys, surely not.
It didn't look great.
T1, I mean, T1 just looks sick. C9 looked better than I thought, just because Rossi's just fragging to insane levels.
Yeah.
Who else have we seen? Furt. Honestly, I didn't get to watch much of Furt, so I missed like all
They
the
look good.
games.
I
Yeah.
like Zeus.
When you're diving into a site,
Or
you're
Sus,
just
or
getting
whatever
slowed
it is.
immediately.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah, he's a bit of a
with that
beast.
Insane.
Did you watch their G2 game?
Oh, look how quick
Where
I'm-
they beat
Oh,
G2?
I
stuck. I'm
did
completely
not
stuck.
watch the
Caught
G2
them
game.
kind of
No, I
also
missed that one.
forced them to do weird plants. Now, that's
And then
utility that
G2,
C9 doesn't have available.
not that worried about
Now, I
G2
will
to be
say,
honest.
I have a lot of
I
faith
just
in
know
this
they
team
can be
in terms of
sick.
their retakes.
Yeah,
I think
G2
they're
is sick.
excellent in that regard, but a lot of what we've seen. You got us.
But yeah, as
A
soon
lot
as
of
Leo
what we've
comes home
seen
from
from them
vacation,
has been
Fnatic
those
is gonna be
really
fine.
strong attack sides. So now I want to see if they've still got enough to
Yeah,
get
when you
the
guys
guys
coming
getting
back
it.
from vacation?
When he is coming back from vacation?
No, both of you.
As you said,
Oh.
T1 last time.
You're both there for a while,
I
right?
think they'll have a
Yeah,
bit more
nah,
of a
soon.
grasp of what they're facing up against here.
Nah,
And
he's
C9, when
back
they were
soon.
on the attack, it was these direct
good.
hits, the ability to take these fights early on Oxy's ground. And T1 were forced to
All he
take
does
some of those
is
duels as
resting
well.
in his
At least in the
fucking
first couple
retirement
rounds, it
home.
didn't work
Yeah.
out. They adjusted, course corrected.
What
Now on their attack,
how
they
do
get
you
to
think
be the ones to
Vitality is
set
going to
the
be?
pace
You
to
know
take
more about
fights
Safe
on their
than
own
most.
terms.
Yeah,
C9,
I mean,
well, one's being spotted
when
towards
he
the
asked
elbow,
me
and
about the
there's gonna be a
IGL
lot of
thing,
trouble.
I
Relay
told him,
ball
like,
hits
I've
the back, the
said to him
stun
a long
is
time,
up.
you know, like,
In trouble.
he
Calls
can
for some
100%
support,
be
but he might
IGL,
not
but
need
he
it.
needs
That's
to
2-3,
100% want to
and he
do it.
almost got a little bit more.
Like
and
Vic
if
Wise.
Swing back the other
Yeah,
way,
if he
and T1
100%
not down
wants
and
to
out
do it,
just
then
yet.
he can be like the best IGL in the world
Managed
for
to
sure.
get the plant.
Love
He
that.
is
So the time
very, very,
pressure,
very smart,
not
and I
get
think
onto
with that
C9.
team,
They don't
shouldn't
have
be
to
too
get
hard to
aggressive,
IGL
but
because
they
they're all
wanna
just
try and
naturally good.
catch these players
Yeah.
while they reposition.
It's like when we played in
The
Guild,
plant
I
up from
didn't
me
even
two is
IGL
basically
all of the
trying to
maps
bait them
because
into a fight, and it works.
Safe and Leo did their
Oxy goes
thing.
swinging, just
Yeah,
no trade
love
Took
that.
available,
over, you
but
know, and it's like,
eventually,
okay,
Rossi, the
Yeah,
pistol
now I
let's
can
king will get
oh wait,
things
I
done.
can't. Fuck.
A man, though, that's been
Yeah, I like that.
truly ridiculous.
Yeah,
in
Yeah,
these
but
first
I
rounds.
think
they're
that's
gonna be
fair.
good.
That first
He's got
pistol,
to, yeah,
almost
as
winning
long
the
as he
1
like
versus
really
4.
goes for it.
Yeah.
He's going to shroud himself in cover, but the swing
And nicely
is,
done. Vic owned this
well,
round.
it's expected completely.
I also think
C9 will get their second
having
pistol
Durkee
of
there
this
is gonna
map.
help him a lot.
We'll look to build.
Yeah, they can,
Very vocal.
As we said, that
there's
was
so
what
many
was
like
missing
players that
from
have been in
Abyss.
just
Strong
big
start
successful
to the
teams
half.
that if they bring everything.
Pistol rounds and
Yeah,
what
exactly.
seems to be almost a guaranteed 4-0 start for
I mean,
C9
again,
in most of
especially
their
Durkee,
games.
the
Barring
duelist,
Grateful,
being vocal,
half
having
to Abyss.
ideas like, just give me a flash here, do this, do that. It's like you don't need to call around
you
it,
said,
you know.
they
like
build
just
on this.
do what he says.
Despite a
I heard that he
Yeah.
liked to do a lot of
T1,
like setups on defense,
Could
like,
still
and that's
see
what you
this
want when you have
map
an op.
Yeah, I mean, there you go.
falling into the hands of
That's
C9.
easy.
Not bad for our situation.
You don't need to
which
call
is hoping
24
to end
rounds
on split.
per game.
Meteor's up close. It's got the Sheriff.
I
but
think
it's not
really
got the
good
shots.
IGLs, they know when to talk and when not to
Stance.
talk.
Yeah.
Up against the pistols. I think that was the one player that you really had to worry about, and don't know how bad.
I was surprised how much comms Som gives when we did the listen-ins on Sentinels.
I mean, he's amazing.
He's really good,
There's
yeah.
not like a single negative with him, honestly.
Mm.
I think after spotting the
He's a beast
aggression,
player.
you kind of have the thought
Yeah.
ahead of,
I mean, again, that was
we can
the...
catch that guy, maybe we steal a gun.
I was a little bit worried about
Try and build off
the...
of the
because we
round
have such
instead.
a good environment while pracking. And I'm always like,
It's back to a
it's
spot
fine
where
having
brain
so much fun
really
while
does
pracking doing these
play a
things
big part.
if you
did
can
see the
recreate it
goal
when you
here
play
from
officials.
Buzz
But if you
is
can't recreate it, then skip it
be
in
that,
practice, you know, like make
well,
it realistic.
movable
Yeah,
object.
But it was just,
Constantly
he was
trying
the
to
same.
shift his
I was
position
like,
so that
damn,
maybe he doesn't
that's-
get killed.
Love
that's
that.
If anything,
impressive.
I think
Yeah,
they're just going
it's awesome.
exploring the
Oh,
map.
It was
Yeah,
really,
but
really
it's
nice.
Exactly as you said.
And
It's
again,
not just
him
the
and Mada,
aggression
they
on
just
mid that
flowed
obviously
off
they
each
went
other
back
with
to
that.
clear out and punish. It's seeing, did they aggress anywhere else? Was there a push-up on B? Was there a push-up on A? How are they playing this early half after they have, or early rounds?
I mean,
after
those
they
things
have
helps
those
IGL
kills?
as well when the
Confirmation's important to
Oh,
them.
for sure.
area
Yeah.
isn't tight in the team. Like
With
everything
25
is
seconds
just
left.
fun.
Info game's
Like
over,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Gamble comes
Bad
in,
call
Slay
is like,
side
okay,
Gamble
go next.
Well,
from
yeah,
both
whatever.
cares?
with
It
C9
happens.
sending
Yeah.
the
Yeah, the
cavalry
no
to this
pressure of it.
side
It's awesome.
of the map.
Yeah,
Oxy in
exactly.
trouble as the spam from the side does damage.
Are
Here comes the
we
plant. They might try to deny it off time.
in trouble
but dropping
here?
the planter no longer an option. Now weak weapons
Okay.
pushing through. Sylvan with an attempt. Easy with the same, but no success to be found. And
Alright,
this
C9
round
had both
will end
pistols.
with C9
Yeah,
up
no, it's
another.
really helped
There was
them.
some serious
I at least
potential
like
for
clear that
T1 though.
C9 didn't like overextend to stop the
You come
plant.
in with a Sheriff
They just
Shorty
accepted
and 3
just
classics,
holding
you get 2
back a
kills
side there.
and a plant, and,
Yeah.
well, Vic ends up very low.
I wonder what the
It's
win
not a bad
ratio
round
is
for
on
them,
maps
but for
if you win
C9,
both
the important
pistols.
thing was keeping the rifle.
It's crazy
Anything
high.
else lost,
Gotta be like
okay, it's a bit
90%.
irritating,
Yeah,
but
it'll be
they're likely not
80,
going to care
80
too much
plus at
going into
least.
this next round anyway. And they'll juggle some of those weapons around.
They did get
potentially buy up a
Kevlar on
couple
2
of extra
people
pieces.
more, or armor, sorry.
But this is where you kind of expect
That Kevlar.
T1 to respond.
Okay, and
Stacks
Vic
has
gets
been a little
ult
bit
as
of a
well,
rough
so
up. The thing is,
definitely
like,
if they
taking
want
up,
to, they
again,
can fight heavier and play weak side with
that
ult
leadership
to
role,
retake.
having
We got...
those support agents, a lot of the time his value
It's honestly not too bad, their bonus.
isn't really
3
spotted
guns?
on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Actually, they're doing the same again. This is the exact same push as the previous round, just getting rid of the turret, but they're going further.
Well, there's more players here as well. You've got the utility from someone like Zeppa, still with
I was
those
gonna say,
flashes, and
don't
I think the
re-clear this
intention was
that
to fire
fast,
one
but
in, but
they're
they've
fine.
seen a response from T1, and they don't want to go pushing head first into that kind of a battle. Instead, they'll allow T1 to come to them, and it seems like that will be the intention.
Shown.
Decoy sent through first, caught by the spam. Buzz tries to return it. But here comes a big blitz. That flash, that stun, that swing, but C9 see nothing. T1 just toying with that early map control.
Yeah, similarly to their
You know
EQ,
the
just seeing
stun
if there's
change
they
they made to Neon now? Like when she stunned, like Jet,
working out as
Neon,
much
the
information
duelists.
as
They
can
can't dash
to
as much.
where certain players
Yeah, and
Yeah.
run as well, so
potentially who they
Neon
could
actually
isolate,
can't get
who's
out
the
of these
danger
situations anymore.
for them in this round.
It's huge.
Yeah. I think
it's already got all the information
with
that
some of the
C9
updates
will
they
need.
did, there
You
was a
can see the
lot of
immediate
them trying to
response of Oxy
snuff
rotating on the
Neon.
map,
Yeah.
stacking
And
on
Jet
this
just
side.
got wrecked.
And he's
Oi,
in
oi,
okay.
too.
Oh,
Maybe
double
the
through
stack is just
smoke?
him alone. Already getting 2 kills.
Wait, that's how
Has
we
a
win the
little bit of
bonus?
support. He's the man with the rifle, though. He's the one
Oh
that can
my
be
God.
the danger. Look at him try and do it all, but he can't quite
Lovely
dance past
trades
Ethan.
though, everyone's
Even
dueling at the
still,
same
though,
time. Did they let him
Rossi's there
plant?
with a trade. He's
Nah,
also
nice.
going to tag
Yeah.
up the player planting. There
Really
is no
nicely
escape
done.
for Meteor. A big bonus
Both
win
pistols,
for
both
C9.
bonus.
Yeah, how they just managed to get away with that though?
Business as
Smoke
usual,
goes
Tom.
up, double kill?
The hard round is
Picking
coming
up
up now,
round
the
after
eco
round,
round.
putting
Yeah, they
the
keep
early
losing these.
advantage in their favor, and now double what their opponents are bringing to bear. And you start to look at how some of this control from C9 in the early, like just as barriers went up, they had ideas about early aggression. But what I loved about this round is the fact that they ease off. They start to feel out that T1 are also competing for that space and allow them to make mistakes. Their initial battle doesn't go their way, but if they went for the mid-duel, I think this round would have been
Bucky,
over and in
Stinger,
T1's hands.
Not a bad
Off
buy.
rip.
Euro.
Now look at the
Yeah, I think they
mixed
use Euro
bag
there.
that's being brought to bear by T1. The one
Well,
advantage
I'm a
though
fan
with a
of
round
this
like
buy.
this, Tom, you're
Don't win
typically
rate.
going to group up.
Symmetry, thank you. Hello mate, how we doing? Good to see you, dude.
Maybe the sheer numbers will overpower.
How's things,
what
Symmetry?
C9 have put into play.
Oh
Look
my
at
The
that.
god.
shotgun. It's hunting down.
Dudes.
A little bit more.
Nice to say.
Gun game.
Yeah.
An explosive
It's
round.
actually gun game.
The judge, he's expecting someone to push him, and he's down
Different one?
right.
You wanna switch
The
again?
Neon show for the last couple of rounds, and
Come on.
if anything, you'd
Yeah, he did.
expect the 2 players on the other side to fall back. Oxy,
They
though,
didn't even use Euro ult.
he's got his ult for the next round. Still has some bonus cash. He wants to do damage.
There's a couple players, and everyone in fact,
God, it's so
just one
clean.
hit to him. Unfortunately, he
Yeah.
got hit to the head when the Guardian comes out. And then Moose on the other side of the map just carrying forward the weapon that he's got in his hands, a Phantom. Lots of credits for the C9 gang.
You start believing after
This
this.
one, you know, I was expecting the push out of the choke point to be
100%.
Buzz.
I don't know.
I
Still,
was expecting T1 to move
the Euro versus
quickly
the KO
towards
here.
the
I
side.
don't know.
I didn't expect
It's
Buzz
rough.
to lead the charge by quite that much and find quite that much success as well. That's outrageous.
They get some really good
And he
calling
goes in
around,
with a
and
judge,
they find
picks up a
the
weapon
weaknesses,
as
and
he's
yeah.
being peeked, still gets the first shot onto the head, then goes back to the judge. He's
It's
just having a
timing
field
again
day.
because he's in astral
Look at
form and the
this.
dark
Well,
pings him.
yeah, the reactions
Yeah.
are just
Dude, this recon
off
was
the
nice
chart.
though.
But it's
How
again
did that
that
scan him?
supportive util that's being used to just try and leave that player who's trying to escape.
Did he
in
just
the
put
dirt.
it on
Like,
the
you
roof
know
above
the
him,
buzz
maybe?
is coming.
Yeah, I
You-
think
you
so.
have to try and
I would have to
fall
watch it back
and
again.
play for those retakes. Vic's been very good at getting out
It
of
was like on the
those
opposite
sort
side of
risky
sight, I
positions and
think.
staying alive, but this time he's caught. And well,
And then he was caught. I mean, he got a little bit
That's the rest.
unlucky that he was caught trying to do like smokes, astral form.
Yeah.
Okay, now they use the ult. We fake it over towards. Dude, look at C9's rotate. They're so on top that it's going to be here. Like the fake little pressure didn't do too much.
Oxy's timing in connector is incredible. You saw it. He Euro-ulted street, cleared it, TP to arc, cleared it, and Oxy dodged it both times, and then he creeped up behind him.
Yeah,
and that's
that was,
kind of, I guess we didn't really
that was
touch
nice.
on it too much, but
Dude,
Oxy,
I'm telling you, as soon as he
as
took
these
that
rounds build up for
TP, like
T1, you are
everyone
just
on the
waiting
minimap
for
was
him to
already
show
just booking over
and show
towards
his
A.
hand, quite literally
Yeah.
in this case.
Yeah, he's just an
Look at
incredible
Oxy.
player.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
when you
it's
have
a little bit late in the
that ult
replay,
being
but
put into play to clear angles, it
he
allowed
dodged
the
the Euro
rest
twice
of
in
T1 to
connector.
just take that
Oh,
space
okay.
almost for free. And he just dives back in with them. He's like, okay, you're taking the space. I'm reclaiming it step by step, getting all the kills as he goes. As I said, statistically, first half, it didn't look the best because he was taking that aggression and giving his teammates
Overtuned agent.
basically all
I
the
mean, yeah.
information they could ever need and just dancing while they kill. Now he's moved up to second on the board for his team. High impact, lots of damage, and T1 feel the need to go for a second pause. They're not in, well, financial trouble just yet, but they lose this one. They could be going in with an eco to try and win 6 in a row.
That's not a pretty position to be in. This timeout, as you said, it's crucial for just that. We've talked a lot
Damn,
about
Slimetry.
players like Silva and
25
how he's
gifted. You
impressed
put
us.
yourself on the #1 spot.
But really, we look at
Chat, you
someone
know what
like
to do.
Buzz, also putting up
Slimetry's
the
got
numbers here, hasn't been
Slimetry's
like
gone
those
for
two
25,
fallen off the face of the earth.
1,400 gifted subs
When it
altogether.
comes down to crunch time,
Absolute
C9
madness.
won
If you got
5
gifted, make sure you
rounds
say
in the
thank you
lead.
to Slimetry. Slimetry, you're a
I don't know
lunatic.
who has to dig deep
How many nuggets
on
is
the
that?
T1 side,
That's a lot of nuggets. You want to do the maths?
but as the final seconds
MCE
tick away,
got
25
gifted.
times
whatever their
2.5,
coaching staff have said is
50,
enough.
60,
Credits on the line.
60.
I love how that's
Yeah,
just
that's a lot
your.
of nuggets.
Round more or less.
That's literally
of
just the
nuggets.
currency that you work on now.
Future of the
Yeah,
map in its
that's a lot of nuggets though.
That's a lot of
60,
nuggets.
and with the
Seen by that
sponsorship, the
drone,
deal
but
that I have, it's like
either way,
1/4 of the price.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah,
back off.
Holy.
That's-
Peak for Rossi.
that's a lot of nuggets.
Slimetry, thank you so much,
Actually
man.
able to get out
We got
there.
all the nuggets.
It's not
Thank you so
gonna
much.
risk
Thank you for the 25. Thank you for the 1,400 as
Calls
well,
for the
man. It's
cavalry.
ridiculous.
May even just opt to try and play this one as a retake.
#1 gift there.
challenging versus
In a
Buzz.
crazy
These early
short time
fights
as well,
has not been
Slimetry.
easy.
Appreciate you did.
Does likely mean there's going to be that post-plant scenario. Cosmic Divide, though. It's one of those ults in this position where you can lock off a part of the map completely. And that's exactly what the plan is.
Oof.
They're all waiting on the other side of that Cosmic Divide, aware that this play was coming in, reacting to it as something else, but Stax gets the trade at least. As Oxy is dropped and Moose attempts a knife through the wall. Buzz repositioning
This is nice
back
from
and
Vic,
forth,
though. Smoke
avoiding
to
this blade.
push all the way
And
in.
Moose just can't get
Get
in.
in it for a
Eventually,
little
though,
bit.
Rossi catches him from behind. Space freed up as Stax picks up his third. A big round to step up. We needed someone to dig deep, and now Meteor delivers.
Nice, just carrying in his
That
head.
was Stax,
Yeah.
though. He's had a tough game so far. And
Jixer
finally,
as well with the
he's back
13
on the
months.
board.
Appreciate you, man. Thank
This
you
was
also.
basically a game of chicken.
What are
with
my
the
thoughts
Cosmic
on
Divide,
Fracture
but
returning?
It looked like, from my perspective,
I'm
the
in
Defender
for it.
one was going to make
I
it more
wanted,
awkward.
dude. I was getting a
Like
bit bored of
basically putting
Sunset,
it on
getting a
that
little bit bored of
back line and
Ascent.
closing off
So
the stairs. It makes it
I'm
hard
super
to
in
hold
for it,
onto that.
and it's just
But I love
it's just
the
a map that like
proactivity
every
of
agent's
Silva
pretty
to
much good
put it in
at. So
front.
we should
So
see
they
a lot
have
of
to run
comms.
through, and it just
Did I
created
hear
this
that correct?
sandwich.
A little
But
bit
as you
bored
said,
of
they were
Ascent?
dancing away from the knives. to
Yeah,
make sure
dude,
they're not being caught on
little
the
bit.
edge. But it meant that it
A
was
little
so
bit?
difficult
Just a little
Hello?
bit
for
bored.
C9 to get in before they faded, and by that point, you leave Meteor with a
I
little
saw,
amount of time on
um,
the clock in a 1v1.
I don't think of when the
He's
last
winning
time I
that
saw
round.
like a new
It's done.
strat on Ascent was.
Yeah,
This
the
never
funny thing
happens.
was, it was
It's just
Buzz.
everyone
Yeah.
running the same stuff.
He literally
I mean,
moved
tier 2
3
NA,
times
yeah,
back
with
and
the,
forth as Moose
Euro
knifed
deadlock
in
thing.
and
Yeah,
saw there was no one
deadlock
there,
stuff
then Moose
has
tried to run through,
spiced
bumped
it up
straight
for a
into
little
him.
bit.
That's gotta feel a little bit
Yeah, a
unlucky.
week or two, and then
Cool.
that's
Yeah,
it.
we got to the. Everyone realized that normal
Quite a
comp's pretty
climb to
good.
get back into this
Yeah.
one. Even still,
They got the ults, though. They
it.
really do. The ult economy is heavily in their favor. The only one even
They
close,
just keep
obviously,
you
got
slamming A
Rossi's,
now, because it's working.
Zephyr.
Whoa, that flash work?
Do they want to try and use
Yeah,
that
yeah.
here? They may do. Try and deny that plant.
It goes down or it goes to the side? It goes left, right?
aggressive play.
No, it
but
goes
Rossi
down
still
right, I
gets
think.
his ones.
Oh.
Buzz doubles up though. As Rossi
Or am
pulls
I
it back
messing
a
up the
little
geometry
bit.
here? Maybe I am. It
Spike
goes
is
down
down.
right or down
The
left.
post plan setup
down
now
right,
comes
I'm
into
pretty sure.
play.
Down right,
Lockdown. A
let's
big
go.
problem
Like
for
from-
this side with
from
no Hunter's
lobby,
Fury to
down
block it
right.
out.
Yeah, yeah.
The suppression even coming in, limited utility. This is going to be tough. They have to back out and respect it, but that means the clock runs so
and
desperately
they gotta go
low.
fast. We got
Nanoswarm
Molly's, we got Astrasuck. Molly goes early, and then Buzz is here to clean it up.
Nanoswarm buys some time. They know Sylvan's in the corner, uses the grab well here and now, stopping a defuse at least that little bit
Damn,
longer.
dude, Sylvan's
And
still
Buzz
alive.
completes his wraparound from Art for his third kill of
We're
the
not playing
round.
1.6 here.
Beautiful play from T1. And as
You
a
gotta
result,
go up.
swing.
You can
You gotta
see him,
swing
come
this.
on.
steals again.
Yeah, you really see
I mean,
value
he's double flash. I'm
of
not
the ultimates
peeking.
they had online, just being able to put them into the play in the
Yeah, I was
late
talking
round,
about that with
again, just the value
Bonkar
of the
just now,
individual
Slimetry,
skill of
about like
Buzz.
the
So
orbs.
quick. Like the first one, it was labored. It's like, okay, that
mean,
doesn't
look.
happen twice. I will say I feel a bit bad for Zephyr
I think
in this
it's
round. He hits a knife.
I don't know. I
that
would be down for
removes
4.
the
I think it's
utility
okay.
from 2 players a split second after the
My
lockdown
worry is
defuse,
just like
and then
the
he
snowball
throws 2
potential and
beautiful
fractures
flashes,
through
which
the
leave
roof.
both players blind, but they're just not quite able to
But that goes
capitalize on the
both
guy in
ways
the corner.
for defense as well.
Yeah,
It's
that's true.
unlucky, but also a great round from Buzz. That wrap back around meant that even if they did
Phoenix,
kill those 2 players,
yeah.
he probably still had it in the bag with the
Could
amount of
actually
time
be
left
pretty
on the clock.
legit.
Yeah, and there was no pressure
Do you
on
think
him
Phoenix
either,
is
just
gonna be
because
good?
they
I saw. I
had the
didn't
grab
ask you when
because
you
they
asked
had
me.
the
I think
knockout
Phoenix
just
is
after the
good.
suppression
I think
faded
Phoenix is
away,
good.
got that
Yeah,
into
yeah, yeah.
position.
Yeah, dude,
Both
I,
maps.
Were burned up,
in my
and those
head,
players knew, okay,
if
they're
I'm
gonna
running
fight
Paul
us.
right
Let me
now,
just
I
use
would
this real
do
quick so they
Phoenix
don't even
ISO.
start the defuse. Buzz is then able to just
Okay.
box in and go, oh hey,
Yeah.
Phoenix ISO.
Yeah.
not today. 3-round gap.
Interesting.
C9
I would love
calling
to see
a
the
pause. You can
theory
tell
on
they're
that.
feeling the heat.
I think Phoenix. I think Phoenix is pretty good. If we've got Astra that can be a solo smokes, I think double duelist is kind of nice.
No weapons for C9 either.
Yeah.
That gap
Yeah, I would be in for it.
surely about to close.
And then
into-
duelist
That's
that
the worry.
gives
That
like
last round
one
was
wall
a heavy
each.
investment
They have
from
some stopping
C9, even though
power.
there was a
Yeah,
stinger in
yeah,
the mix.
a
They
little
knew
bit
that if
stopping
they
power.
can use that Hunter's Fury to good effect.
I think they need to
They
buff
went
his
back to-
Molotov to do more damage as well, Phoenix.
But they
It barely
used it,
ticks.
and they didn't win the round. So now
Yeah,
they don't
in
have
comparison
those
to
ultimates
like
back up. They don't have the
Brim.
weapons
Brim or
either.
something.
Yeah. I mean, imagine he
mentioned
had
it, like,
Brim Molotov,
You
Phoenix.
see a lot of
Like,
teams
that would be
string
low-key.
Dude,
the
I
rounds
think he's
together
broken. I
on
think he
this
gets
attack
nerfed.
side.
I think it,
Be a
as well in
difficult
pro play,
map
like
to
people are so
defend
much better
with a double
with
duelist.
like orb
That almost becomes
management. That
a bigger
Yeah.
threat.
I don't know. I think I can see a world where he's gets 7 for his ult.
Scary round here.
Arch of T1.
5-man B,
Long has not
camera
yet
sees
been
everyone.
spotted.
He's
There
seen
is a
3 now.
trap waiting for them. Moose
Yeah,
goes for the
I
spam.
don't know about it.
It
3
hasn't-
people here, and oh my God, where are we?
He changed his passing. It never worked on B when he did his normal passing.
Yeah,
He
so
changed
it
it.
goes back right.
Yeah. Oi.
Doesn't get quite as much as I thought, and in fact, this is
And now
falling
he's
apart.
cooked because it's a
leaving
Neo.
Stacks
Yeah.
to
Oh
the-
my
Oh,
God, bro, it's so
to give up
ridiculous.
those clutches, it's 12-8. This round looked like it was set
You have
up
such
for
a
T1
momentum
success,
advantage,
and
like in your
instead,
head when you play Neon as well in those 1v1s, like you just don't even
Yeah, we
think.
could
You
have
just
As
seen
go
long as you have a
immediately.
slide,
It looked
yeah.
like the
Yeah.
whole roster of
Just
C9
like, well, I
lined
can
up
take
at
a
one
1v1
point,
here, and
the
I've got a
bullets
big
just
advantage.
Did not, look here! They're
He
all
only
just
got one.
basically lined up,
Oh
and
my
somehow
God, it's a Braco.
Oxy gets away. Vic wins this battle with a classic. And then, well, okay, yeah, you set them up and you leave Oxy at the end. He's going to knock him down.
Problem
That's
is,
a round that T1
they're
are
just
gonna
going
wanna
A
live to
now.
forget.
It's so obvious that they go A.
more
They just had no
worrying,
success on
They
B.
put C9 on map point.
That's it. Now
They can
4
still
in a
do this,
row
T1.
for T1.
They stacked the sight.
task
I
just
mean,
got a whole lot
the
harder.
camera
Looked
saw
like they
so
were
much,
teed
and they
up
didn't
for a
realize that the camera
2-round
saw them
gap,
as
but
well.
instead,
Camera saw like 4 or 3, I think.
C9 seemed to have
Yeah.
this one.
It's nice switch up from
On the
C9
edge.
to put the Cypher here now to maybe get a kill, and then they can play the
Reveal
retake
goes
thing that
through.
they're
The
doing.
question is,
Yeah.
is there full commitment from
Camera
both
to
of them?
ping as
Easy.
well.
Wall goes up.
Oh, the clone though.
Players go in. Yep, they're going to commit to this
Clone is
push, using the
huge.
decoy to clear the traps as they go. Finding a little safe space to battle,
still
but
go
Isu's
on.
gone down in the process.
Goes off camera ping, I'm pretty sure.
Some
Dude,
severe
yeah, there we go.
weaknesses. A Moose with his setup in tow.
Is that a wire or a dart?
Buzz might be one of the
Oh,
few saving
second one
graces
was
of this
wire.
round, and he is doing
First
an
was camera,
incredible
second
job
was
of it.
wire. Oh
A
my God.
trade-off though.
Here we
Because
go.
he will now be left with his ult in hand. And Oxy has
The
same
duels are
thing, is
so
without
dumb
that
with,
ultimate, he
with
only has
this
a bucket.
agent, man. When they
It's
both have
already
ult,
at
I mean, look at
50%,
it.
and Oxy's just
Yeah.
patiently waiting.
Do they need
It
to
was
remove the
never
headshot
gonna be
multiplier
a
maybe on this?
3-0
At
series.
least, yeah.
And C9 will bring it back.
Okay. Or at least secured
Just as we
4.
hoped, Tom. Back and forth, and it starts